Hello, Jim here, and today we are taking a look at City Skylines Sunset Harbor, in particular the metro system. The cinematics that you see are from my stream city that we are doing daily over at twitch.tv/CazGem, starting at 9:30 a.m. US Chicago time. But for now, let's go ahead and dive in. So, the metro traditionally has been just subways, effectively. So in the past, in City Skylines, before the free update that came alongside Sunset Harbor, was you put down 2 subway stations, you grabbed your subway line, and you connected it like so. And passengers travel from point A to point B completely underground. However, there is now a new element. You've got 2 new elements, actually. You have the ground level metro station, and you also have the above ground metro station, and both of which have their use cases, and we'll be going over how to integrate these properly in your city here in just a moment. So first, the ground level metro is fairly basic. It stays on the ground, and you can connect it as you would normally, but you're going to go ahead and get rid of that other subway line because we don't need it anymore. Go ahead and get rid of the other subway terminal as well. And what we're going to do is simply grab this and connect like so. And just like that, you can see your metro that will come above ground now. And then, even further, you can take your above ground or your ground level metro and bring it above ground to this station. Now, of course, this obeys the normal rules of any transit structure in the game. So if we find a nice flat area to demonstrate, such as by this airport, it can either stay right along the ground, you can work with it as you would normally, it does have junctions as normal, you can also pull across and have it raise and lower, you can have it go with smaller grades of elevation, for quite a distance, you can see. And I would recommend using longer distances if you want to keep a little air of realism in your city. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. And then, if you come over here, you can do the same concept for going underground. So you can see there are a lot of new options for the metro system in City Skylines Sunset Harbor. Now, a couple things to note. If you drag out a road, let's say right here. This looks like a good road. And then you drag out another road right here. Pull this out just for demonstration. If you grab the ground level metro, it can cross the street. Though at the distance it is from the normal road, I would not recommend just crossing it at level crossing unless it's a very low density area. That's just a personal recommendation, though. After that, we can take a look at the above-ground metro station, which is something that a lot of people are super excited about, and you'll note that this track is technically much closer to the road, but again, it can just go up and over your roads and intersections with no problem whatsoever. And you'll note that there's only one zoning square in front of this, which might bug a few people, but honestly what I would recommend is to go ahead and bend up away from that so you can see a little bit more of your street corners, if this is something that you're interested in playing with. I'll go ahead and just bump that to the side here, and then we'll pull this right here. So I'd recommend something like this that you can actually see more of your street corners if that's something that you're interested in. Otherwise, just going straight is just as good. Now, a couple of other things with the rail track. Let's just try a couple of different experiments. So, you can run the tracks parallel to each other. This is recommended if you have a large depot area. You can cross the street at a diagonal, just like with a rail, or just like any other form of transit, really. You can cross an intersection. You just have to cross at the right angle. Very nice. And you can create a large hub using all of these. So let's go ahead and demonstrate how you might do that. And this is something that might be handy for people that miss their multi-platform stations. So, if we go ahead and take a single station right here, you'll note that you can actually access this area if you have a road back here. And that's interesting. If you have it right here, your Sims will get on and off. That means that this is walkable. They can access it from there. So what can we do with that information? If you count back, you know that that's 4 deep. Then you can do 4 back on this route as well. We come right here, pull this back, and then lay a second metro station right next to it. Just like that, you've created a small hub. Pretty cool, right? Now, let's say that you want to add even more to your city. Even more options for travel. So, let's go ahead and get a couple more options. Let's go ahead and drag out a road right here. And we're going to move where this road connects by going right here. And now what we can do is we can do a couple things. We can grab our subway station. We can connect right here. And check that out. We've got a lot of different platforms now to work with. And that's all within an area that they don't have to cross any streets. That is super duper cool. Now, the other thing to note is that if you place down one of the new hubs, such as, we'll use this Overroad train metro hub, because I like this one a lot. You can place this down, and you'll note that's the same design language. So, you're able to use this, and you can actually connect this to the back end, and passengers will walk from one to the other without even crossing the street. And you can use that functionality to really expand the idea of a downtown metro hub. So for those that are worried that this undercuts Metro Overhaul mod, or that you won't be able to use that stuff if you want to just use the vanilla tracks, you can actually recreate a lot of really, really cool things just using these 2 items. Anyways, so that is all that we've got for today regarding the Metro. Tune in tomorrow for the first episode of a Let's Play Vanillaville in City Skylines Sunset Harbor, where I will show you how I start a city and how you can have the best start possible in City Skylines Sunset Harbor. For now, I'll tune in with you tomorrow, and be sure to catch me on Twitch in the meantime at twitch.tv/KazGem. And in the meantime, this is KazGem signing out. See ya!